Yo! What's up? We're going through the Dawntrail expansion for Final Fantasy. I haven't played the game for... Gosh, I don't remember. I did the last patch, which was 6.55. So now I'm gonna go through the 7.0 expansion. Should be a lot of fun. See what's happening. I play a samurai. Oh, they updated samurai? Listen, I just know I follow stickers and do that sort of stuff. Don't think too much about it. I never did this. So just exit that. And that is the Hildebrand quest that I never finished, I guess. Alright, let's go right into it. A new world. Welcome back, Medvia. I've just had word from Aaronville. It seems he's managed to secure passage to Ral, aboard a gunship vessel, guild ship. I'm already messing up on the words. That's crazy. Why don't you wait in the main hall while I go and inform your travel companions? It should only take a moment. What the fuck? They brought back Kaiten but only in PvP? That's so fucking dumb. I miss Kaiten! Where? So, top row is shift, middle row is control, first row or bottom row is the just normal keys. Does that feels larger. Wait, that actually feels larger. Why does that feel larger? Oh dude, that's totally larger. Maybe not by much, but by like a hair. Ujika gave us the good news. We've made ready to set sail at a moment's notice. The only one yet to arrive is Aaronville himself. Ah, you're all here. It took some persuasion, but the Gleaner's Guild ship has granted us places aboard a vessel bound for Tyrol. There'll be other passengers, researchers and artisans and the like, so we'll need to share deck space. Oh, that's fine, Aaronville. I doubt anyone will expect we'd all have a ship to ourselves. They're not casting off just yet, so if you have any lingering concerns, now is the time to voice them. Yeah, bring a Catman with us. Best bud. Graha Tia? Yeah, that's his name. I wouldn't call it a concern, but everyone's still clear on what it is we'll be doing in Tyrol, yes? We've not forgotten. The nation of Tyrol, or Tuli Yolal, is in the midst of deciding its next ruler. As your chosen allies, we shall assist you during the rite of succession, and support your bid to become Dawn Servant. In addition to that, Alphanod and I have another objective. As part of its reconstruction, Garlemald seeks ways to reconcile and re-engage with its neighbors. By visiting Tyrol, we hope to learn more about how its myriad cultures interact with one another, how they find common ground, develop stronger ties, the sort of insights that might help our friends. But we'll pursue this goal in our own time. You can be assured that we'll give the contest all due attention. That's all I ask. Otherwise, you're welcome to do as you like. I can't do the, voice accent for her. I should just read it normally. I'm gonna burn out my voice if I do all the little voices. You wanted to find out about your grandfather, right, Kryle? Yes, as far as we could determine from the old missive I found, we had been tasked with investigating the Golden City by your father, the Dawn Serpent. Yet oddly enough, we have no record of that investigation in our archives, and nothing to explain the earring which accompanied the letter. Thus, for reasons both official and personal, I should very much like to get to the bottom of this mystery. I'm sure there'll be a chance to speak with Papa. You can get your answers right from the source. I look forward to meeting him. In any case, you're not the only one with an interest in the City of Gold. The Golden City is a The Golden City is a children's bedtime story. I am part of this expedition only because the Third Promise has commanded that I serve as a guide. Still playing the part of the Stoic Servant, I see. What of you? Don't you dare tell me you've changed your mind. Hoist sail and let the wind take us as she please. There's booty on the horizon. Well said. We won't get far wallowing in the shadows. Or shallows. Right then. If all are still committed to the journey, then I say we make ready to depart. Cool. What were people saying? Here as they are, the others have already left for the harbor. We're not in danger of missing the boarding call, but perhaps we should be on our way as well. Charlian, what a great city you were.
Savoring the moment? I can feel your excitement, your eagerness to explore the unknown.
Well, for once, the fate of the world doesn't rest on our shoulders. We might even get a chance to enjoy ourselves.
Beach episode, beach episode. Bring your Stola,
Do not be so
please.
quick to relax. Oh, Tural may seem but a short sail away on a map. The vast seas between brim with peril. The treacherous waters of Shade's Triangle alone have claimed countless vessels. Even following the safe route plotted by Admiral Bufiswin herself, This will be no pleasure cruise.
Perhaps, but my voyage here was uneventful enough. Disappointingly so.
Either way, the two of you have first-hand experience, which will be of great comfort in the days ahead, I'm sure.
Aye, it's nothing new to us.
All aboard! We're casting off!
It's time. I trust you have everything you need? And so does our ship cast off from the docks. We sail west, as Cattenram did some 80 years past, bound for the New World, known to her children as the continent of Tural.
That is crazy, standing on that part of the ship, man. That is crazy.
Just wait, Papa. When this contest is said and done, it'll be your daughter who sits the throne. Me, Woklamat.
The nose of the ship, I don't know what you would call that. Breachhead. So we're right here. We're going that way.
Smooth sailing so far?
Aye, so far so good. But this sea, she's a fickle one. Calm one moment, blowing a gale the next.
I'll take my rest while I can then.
We left port what seems an age ago now, and we've seen naught but open water ahead. I knew Tural was far, but it's another thing to really know. Speaking of which, some of our fellow passengers have made this trip before. Several times, in fact. I was able to learn a few things about Tuliolal and the right of succession.
Several times, huh?
Since we still have a long way to go, why not have a chat with them yourself? I'm sure you have questions of your own.
Yes, yes. Many questions.
Did you look out across these same waters, Grandfather?
Oh, this will be my first visit, Terrell. Vanjin Entain's the name. I was working at Eshteme's Aesthetics in Ulda, you see, but my employment with them, came to an end. That's why I visited Charlian, in the hopes of starting over, while I was attempting and failing to find a new job. I seized the chance to board this vessel when I overheard room for another passenger had suddenly opened up. I'm told the Dawn servant, I keep replacing words in my head, welcomes all regardless of origin. I almost said it again there. So Tulial seems like the perfect place to begin anew. Sigh. Hopefully things will be better this time. Mercenaries. Okay. I see in Eorzea before. You great hero and famous hero. Gah. I've had enough of playing the simpleton. There was a time when we took great pains to maintain the deception. But with more of you Eorzeans coming to Tyrol, it's become impractical. Besides, my mercenary days are over. Too many of our warband have fallen, and so we head home to lick our wounds. My story? Well, since you asked, I wanted to retrace the historic journey of the great Ketan Ram. You know, the first Eorzean to set foot on Tyrol almost 80 years ago. The Mamujah's leader is said to have welcomed Ketan Ram with open arms, and sent him home with a bounty of silverware as a token of their friendship. But the real treasure was the crops he brought back. Popotos, tomatoes, corn, which spread across Eorzea like wildfire. His grand adventure led to a culinary revolution. The tales say Ketan Ram returned to Tyrol several times after that, but his ship vanished during his last recorded voyage, and he was never heard from again. That even a seasoned explorer like him could meet such an end is a testimony to the ocean's peril. Yeah, man, we're going to America! Hell yeah! An adventurer, I presume. I'm a merchant myself, based in Ulda, specialty imports and exports, Eorzean and Tyrali both. If this is your first crossing the salt, as they say, do remember that the social mores of Eorzea are not necessarily the same as those over yonder. Consider this. It is not uncommon for the various races to be referred to instead by the names of certain clans. For the Makote, the Hitasaro, the Hrothgar, the Exibirala. Not because every member of a given clan is of the same race, mind, but because many individuals of said race are associated with the clan. A fair assumption in certain cases, but take care not to give offense. Throwing in those weird letters and consonants and vowels on me. Did you want to make a wager? We're taking bets on who'll be sat next in Dodd's servant's shiny chair. Therefore, claimants in the right of succession. Your young Woklamat being one of them, of course. But from what a Mamajah bloke was telling us, the other three are all strong contenders. Not too many keen to risk their coin on the third promise. Oh, I can just go back to old Charlie in there. Do you learn anything? Yep. Oh, I hadn't heard about the clan names. We should have Woklamat and Aaron Bell teach us the ones we should know. Actually, it's getting a little chilly up here. Let's all gather in the cabin.
We're in for a proper storm, it seems.
How's your stomach? Any better?
I don't know what you mean. I don't get seasick.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just feeling a little nauseous is all.
You're seasick. I know that feeling all too well.
Isn't that what seasickness is?
Yes, it is, I'll say.
Erenville, you were born in Tyrrell, yes? Do many Viera live there?
The Shetona, as my people are called, have settlements mainly in the north, in Shaktural.
And your family?
I know nothing of my father, not even his name. As for my mother...
We're in the teeth of a narrowlands! Reef that sail before the mast snaps!
Oh dear.
Only elves have watch! This wind's too strong to take any sail! I'm going off the mast! We need help! Get him below decks first! Quickly! Before he's washed overboard!
Come, we should lend what aid we can.
Hey, wait a second. I'm not a shipman. A boatswain. A porter. A scabby.
I have not seen the ocean rage with such fury before or since. The heaving waves tossed our ship about like a toy, sending sailors tumbling. The dauntless Alizé, quick to the rescue, was almost lost to the sea herself. Meanwhile, our champion rushed to deploy the vessel's magical defenses, and thereby shield us from the lightning.
Just cut the lightning with your sword, man. You're an epic samurai.
What an extraordinary life she must lead to be able to operate such a device with practiced ease.
Yeah, the Leviathan fight.
Woklama, too, threw herself into the rescue efforts, though one might have mistaken her for another soul in distress. By the time the unruly seas had calmed, our strength was all but spent, and we had yet to even glimpse the shores of Tural. In retrospect, of course, that battle against the storm would prove a fitting prelude to the coming contest for the throne.
Of course, it's never easy. Oh, I need to check the graphics settings after this to see if I can increase them at all or not. Because I know the 7.0 update made things higher res?
Morning. Joining us for some fresh air? Seems my belly has settled along with the weather, but I'll feel much better once we're on solid ground. Ugh. Can't be much farther now, can it?
Seabirds. Land must be near. You need only hold out a while longer.
For a dark moment, I thought the ocean might swallow us. Glad to have my pessimism proven wrong.
In other good news, I examined the sailor who took a fall, and he's faring well. I'm sure he'll make a full recovery.
Good news indeed. If all's well, then we needn't delay in launching the landing boat. Ships have to lower anchors some way from shore. Too close, and they risk having their underbellies ripped open by the reefs that crowd Tuliola's coasts.
I see that clipping still here. All that graphics updating and no clipping changes.
Thanks for bringing us all this way.
Ha! We only did what we were paid to do. Couldn't hardly set you adrift halfway. If anything, it should be us thanking you for helping us through that beast of a storm. As a matter of fact, everyone's starting to fancy your chances in the contest. At this rate, we won't be able to lay wagers no more.
Then I better not let you down. Easy, stomach. Easy.
We're the last to board. If there's nothing left to say, then let's shove off, shall we?
Blue seas, clear skies, and boundless possibilities. I dare say our destination will soon be in sight.
Enjoying yourself for a change?
I don't know. Maybe.
There, look, my friends. Behold the scene of our next great adventure.
At last, we are come to the land you call the New World. To my home, Tural.
Wow, that's nice. Okay. Ah. The title. Dawntrail. Oh, is that a lost grace? bonfire lit. New city.
Gods, I've seen cities with an impressive mix of cultures, but this is something else.
Is that a... No. I've never seen Vanu feathers in that color before.
You'll find much here you never knew existed. There may be a sea route now, but visitors to Tulihyolal are still few and far between. And as we don't build seafaring ships, only a handful of Turali ever venture abroad.
Mamulja sellswords mostly. Those willing to play the fool sail with Lominsan merchants to secure employment in Eorzea.
I suppose that makes us a rare sight in your country.
Rare and currently undocumented. Were there some forms we should fill out, or...?
Forms? Did you forget who you're traveling with?
I don't know, that looks like the city guard coming to arrest us.
You are outsiders? Visitors to Tural?
Yes.
We are.
Our nation is soon to hold a right of succession to choose its next Dawn servant. We will not abide interference from foreign agents seeking to foment trouble. What brings you to Tulihyolal?
I can answer that. These fine people are allies in my succession bid.
Third promise. If you vouch for them, then all is well. Of course.
Please, accept our apologies.
No need to bow and scrape. That our soldiers are so diligent in their duties fills me with pride.
We'll be continuing our patrol then.
They're probably like, okay, let's get out of here. No more heart attacks.
Well, well. You really are a figure of authority here.
Are you suggesting I don't look the part?
Yes.
Anyway, first things first. I bid you welcome to Tulihyolal.
There's no way in hell I'll be able to say that. Tulihyolal. That's as best as I can do. Wow, he already got flying? That's insane. Alright, tons of... Alright, so there was a few new settings to the game. One is a AoE collar around quest NPCs. Just need to find that real quick. Wait, Did my settings get reset? I think they did, but whatever. It's not under accessibilities. Is it under other? Where is it? Surely it's not under character config. Oh, it could be actually. Settings. Box type. Hide near. Okay, so it's under quest progression. Hide nearby players close. Yeah. Perfect. Well, despite the storm's efforts to the contrary, here we are, safe and sound. You have arrived in Tuliolol. You can return to the city at any time by speaking with the swarthy sailor in Scholar's Harbor and Old Charlotte. Level 645. I'm using 645. Huh. Right then, first things first. Cough, cough. Still feel a bit queasy. No more boats. Realize we've just arrived, but we should get you familiar with the city before the rite of succession begins. No arguments here. I should very much like to explore. Then I'll guide you. Are you sure you're in any condition to do so? Aha! We were wondering who these strange folk were, so the third promise has found herself some new followers. Followers? Wook Lamat, are you unwell? No, not at all. Couldn't be better. Third promise does not get seasick. No, sir. As for my handpicked entourage here, I've recruited them to help me win the right of succession. I was about to show them around the city, in fact. That sounds lovely. But a group of foreigners is going to attract attention, especially if they're in the company of the third promise. Everyone will be curious. We certainly were. Your siblings have a tendency to, command a respectful distance, but you're just so easy to approach. And I enjoy it so much when you do. Please don't ever worry that you're bothered. You're very kind. Good day to you, Third Promise. They did have a point. Wook Lamat is technically royalty here. Like it or not, a person of her station surrounded by this many outsiders is bound to draw a crowd. Wait, what do you mean technically? I suggest we move in two groups so as to attract less attention. Just technically ignoring me then. Medvia, you and Kryl can come with me. I'll take the twins. We'll get in touch once we've had a good look around. That voyage was hard on all of us, so take it slow and recuperate. We have enough time for that. Enjoy your wanderings. Perhaps we should wait a bit, at least until Wook Lamat's nausea subsides. No need for that. Look, I'm ready to go. Ugh. I'm fine now, really. Can't stand around all day feeling sorry for myself, but with the contest looming. Now then, seeing as we're already here, I might as well tell you about the harbor. Aaronville already mentioned the reefs in our coastal waters, which explains why you don't see any big ships moored at the docks. Our vessels with shallow drafts can navigate the bay, mostly small fishing boats or barges ferrying cargo up and down the rivers from inland settlements. Much of the incoming traffic is from Yogg-Toral, the southern landmass. The clans there produce various goods for export. Their wares are unloaded here and carted off to the merchant stalls in the neighboring markets. Speaking of which, Bayside Bevy should be our next stop. Booklemat and Kryl now accompany you. Okay, sick. Yep. Talking points, basically stand in the circle and they have other dialogue to say if you care. So many people just chilling. This is Bayside Bevy, Tulial's largest market. Being right on the harbor, everything fresh fish to imported wares go directly to the shelves. Anything you want, they most likely have. Oh right, I should mention here in Tulial we buy things with Pel, the currency that the Pelu Pelu created. But don't worry, more and more trade is coming in from Eorzea, so most shops are happy to accept your gil. There's also Wachu Meki Meki, another market to the east of here, but that, what the fuck? 99? Bro, the expansion just started and you're like grinding everything out? That's insane. That's insane! Okay, I have other places I want to show you, but first, haha, I can't wait to see your face. Bro, really? Oh, blacksmith. Okay, that's a lot more acceptable. Who's even online? Oh, a couple of people. What do you think of that, eh? Goodness me, you have aetherites? I think I told you before, but my brother, Kawana, spent 3 years studying in Charlotte. He fell in love with the nation in its way and brought back to us the knowledge of aetherite construction. Papa warmed to the idea at once. Had built one immediately. Did you do the tuning thing? If you're ready to continue, we'll head down again and then up the slope to the side. Right at the top of the gate, which leads to Zaktulal. Let's make a stop at Bright Plume Post on the way, though. That's the headquarters of the Lance Guard. I attune. Big crystal. Yes. Then we'll set this as our home point, since it's the new capital city. Okay, so we're going north now. Let's go down then that way. Quite a few things to check out here. Yeah, my bags are a mess. I need to delete some of this. What's up? We have a lot of narrow, winding streets that crawl up the sides of the mountain. As you can see, though, the builders made sure the city's main thoroughfares were wide enough to accompany wagons. Charging up down all these slopes and stairs is exhausting. I understand now where Booklemat gets her endurance. Can't mount up. Frickin'... Oh, man. Oh, also the many, points we need to tune to as well. So we can fast travel through this place. Cinnamon Snart. What a name. Here we are, Bright Plume Post. Soldiers stationed here are responsible for defending this place and preserving the peace. The Lands Guard are led by our nation's strongest warrior, and so naturally Papa has commanded them since the beginning. At least until 3 years ago when Zoro Jaw took over as commander. The title is no empty honor. It means the first promise is considered equal to the Dawn Servant in martial strength. Very cool. Meanwhile, I haven't even managed to do anything. Well, I'll discuss my brothers and their accomplishments later. Alphanon and Alice should be around to hear it too. Come on, it's time to show you the Sky Gate. Damn, this place is massive, man. Massive, isn't it? Yeah. Now on the other side is an equally massive bridge to match. Both were constructed by a race of giants, the Yakhoi. Strictly speaking, Tral is actually two separate continents. Yaktral, the southern lands of the mother, and Zaktral, the northern lands of the father, which lie beyond the bridge. Legends say it used to be one great landmass, but long ago, the two gods fought a titanic battle, and when one threw the other to the ground, the impact was so devastating as to split the continent in twain. Familiar sounding tale, I am put in mind of the conflict between Hydaelyn and Zodiark. But getting back to Zaktral, those lands are also part of Tuliolal Nation, right? That's right! Isn't my father incredible? United the peoples of two continents into a single nation. Many clans of Tral had been at war for generations. It was only when Papa traveled the lands and put a stop to their myriad conflicts that we finally had peace. And that's the reason I want to win the throne, so I can preserve the peace. But I see you're more interested in what lies beyond the gate than hearing about my aspirations. Yep. Crossing the bridge to Zaktral requires a special travel pass. Unfortunately, they won't issue any new permits until the right succession is over. I promise to get you one when I'm Dawn Servant, but until then, you'll just have to wait. I wish we could go. Be patient. I swear that once the throne is mine, that travel permit is yours. Well, you have to win now. My adventure is at stake. I must have covered half the city by now. Tuliol is unlike other places. I'm enjoying myself. Wait, the Regalia has reflections now? Really? Let's see. That's the car mount, right? Oh, I can't summon it in this location. We'll put it there so we can check it out later. We'll head west next, towards the Arch of Dawn, the dirigible land... God, she's so hot. You have dirigibles too. Tuliol certainly doesn't wait for normal methods. We get a... Wait, is that person a Viper already? Ooh, 81 Viper, huh? Crazy. The Arch of Dawn is on the other side of the city, so to speak. see something in insurance? Yep. Okay, okay. Let's go. Go, go, go. Oh, he looks cool. What sword is that? Oh, it's a lightning sword. What? Oh shit! It's the Susanoo. Susanoo. Susisuso. Sasususo sword. Is that the sword I could have got? If I continued with that quest line? Maybe, I guess. Because I'm using the 645? Yeah, so 665 is the next. Still struggling to conceive how one can construct an entire city on the side of a mountain. Brazil. This was originally the site of the Yokoi Temple. The giants built it when they were first making the bridge of the Dawntrail to appease the god who slumbers in the great ocean. After the Yokoi withdrew, the temple stood empty for centuries, so when Papa was establishing his new nation, he saw a structure he could refurbish into a palace, sitting practically in the center of Toral. He gathered artisans to do the work, and the houses they built for themselves became the foundation. Speaking of houses, we'll be passing through this resplendent quarter, the biggest residential district in Tulial. We climb these set of stairs here all the way up. Okie doke. Arterial climb. It's called Volok Shunsa, which roughly translates to invincible or resilience. You'll probably want to take a closer look. We'll come back. Okay. The sheer scale of this place is incredible. I wonder what the carving at the top represents. Yeah, the city's way too big, man. Oh, I didn't get that, whatever. I attuned. Bonfire lit. So this is the Resplendent Quarter. What manner of people live here? Oh, we have residents from all over Dawntrail clans. Memojaw, Exorable, Plu Plu, Moblin, Hanu Hanu. Also have Tonawawawata, Hosur Sorrow, and Shatona, who moved south from their ancestral lands. In essence, it's gathering of people from every corner. I moved the text box. Oh jeez, that's gonna annoy me. But I think it was about there? A true representation of Tulial's diverse character. Adornments on each building contribute to the eclectic cultural aesthetic. It's all so beautiful. I'm glad you think so. Come, we continue down the stairs. No more talking. We just move. These stairs. Nope. Just jump off the cliff. I'm insane. Huh? Side quest? No, that's to unlock the porter. Alpaca. Yeah, I get it. I don't care. That looks like a arena? Yeah, it is, for sure. Or dirigibles, not bad. Oh, never mind. I hear other nations use airships to sail the skies, but you only find balloons in Tullio. We have them for the exact same reason as Aetherites. Koana brought back the plans from Charlene and Papa thought them fantastic and commissioned them. This was around 3 years ago. Since that time, we've added flights to other settlements. Trade with frontier communities has never been easier. But that's enough about dirigibles. The Arc of Dawn awaits. Oh, there is a Aetherite here that I should grab before doing anything else. Then should we check out what the Mountain Chromonite weapon coffer is like? It's not bad. What's the item comparison? It is the same, but no determination. Oh wait, no crit either. It's skill speed. We'll hold off then for higher level one. Probably should have opened it up for one of my other classes, like Dark Knight or Reaper. Or Red Mage. I play Red Mage probably the second most, then Reaper, and I go Dark Knight when I have to tank. Basically. I need to check out Viper eventually to see if it's something I gel with. I'm very much a I focus on my own path sort of guy. So Samurai fits me great. Ooh. This is it, the Arch of the Dawn. When the Giants were still here, it was known as Yogg-Tothrall Landgate, but when Papa founded Tulial, everyone began using its present name in honor of his great achievement. Through this gate is Kozuma Uka, the wetland south of the city. Depending on what the right of succession asks, we might end up going in that direction. Okay. Kozama Uka. The name alone is intriguing. Speaking of which, what were those fluffy animals we passed? Llamas? Alpacas? Yes. Alpacas. Ah, those are alpacas. Fearsome four-legged fiends. I used to live next to the alpaca farm. Fearsome, they seemed quite placid to me. Oh, by next to, I mean, like, within a couple blocks, I feel like. Well, I mean, I guess, not blocks as in city blocks, but like country blocks. Country blocks pretty big. I don't know. You'll learn soon enough, Kryl. You'll learn soon enough. But forget the alpacas. I have something far more important to show you. Come along. If you wish to learn history, then look no further. These stone pillars, you mean? What's special about these stone pillars? At a glance, they may look like ordinary stone, but if you take a really good look, you'll see something much more interesting. Okay. Sure. We'll investigate. They're all different, depicting different battles, right? Or events. Oh god, I'm yawning so much because I drank some coffee. Puts me to sleep. I'll fight through it though, don't worry. Pictures? Wait, no, these are glyphs. They seem to tell a series of stories, many of them featuring a two-headed mammal jaw. Oh, then this must be... That's right, it follows the exploits of my father, Gulol Jaja, and his journey to unite our lands. We call it Tuliyoal Saga. The deeds are performed in bonds he forged, all immortalized in stone. There's no better way to learn how Tuliyoal came to be. Study them as long as you like. Lay of the Brotherhood. Pillar tells the Lay of the Brotherhood. It depicts the scene where Papa granted an audience to the foreigner explorer Ket something. I can never remember. I mean Ketan Ram? Oh, that's the one. Ketan Ram's arrival on Turial is what prompted Papa to embark on his own. It said the two grew to be close friends, brothers in spirits, if not in blood, but no one knows what became of the explorer. Ketan Ram's disappearance is a mystery in Eorzea as well. Records say he traveled between our lands and yours for a while, but then it's assured he was lost at sea. What if he just went to the North America section, you know? Here we have the Lay of Reeds. This is the story when Papa visited the Hanu village in their village, Kozama Uka. The people Alpha Node almost mistook from Vanu. If not for the colorful plumage, he spent a fair bit of time among the Vanu in the Sea of Clouds, so it's no surprise he took an interest. I don't know if it is with your Vanu, but our Hanu are bright and cheerful sort. They hold this one festival every year, very famous and a lot of fun. God, the dancing festival, I remember. This one recounts the Lay of Repast. As you can probably tell, the depicted here is of the Exer-all, like me. For decades that and the Jamal were at war for control of the force of Yaktil. The actions father took to end the conflict have since been hailed as the first steps in the founding of Tuliyoal. There's a clan of Hrothgar and Basha known as the Hellions. In their society, the women rule as queens and the men serve as devoted servants. Yet here in Tural, men and women appear to be of equal status. How dramatically culture can be varied with the location. I had a lot of words there. Leia pots, which depict the moblins of Kozama Uka. They might wear odd masks and sound weirdly muffled when they talk, but the gold and silver work they sell is the best you'll find anywhere. Moblin goods are the standard when it comes to gift giving. Clearly, the Vanu aren't the only people with distant Turali counterparts. If you're done with the first half, we can move to the second. Okay. The Lay of Gold, this pillar shows one of the Pelu Pelu whose homeland is in Urkopaka. Having created our currency, the Pelu are rightfully known as the merchant clan. They oversee the Tulial markets, and our traveling peddlers are a common sight no matter where they go. Don't let their size fool you. They might be mistaken as children, but beneath those masks there are clever, calculating traders. Just like the potato people. Oh, this is one of my favorite. The Lay of Ice depicts the battle with the legendary Tural Vidral Valley Garmata. I should explain, a Tural Vidral is a creature that has lived far beyond its usual lifespan, awakened to preternatural powers. Tatchery describes the Far Eastern auspices in a similar fashion. Could this be the same phenomena? Valley Garmata itself was dubbed the Sky Ruin, a name earned for the destruction and terror visited upon Tural every time it stirred. But 80 years ago or so, its ruinous reign was brought to an end after a great struggle. Papa and his comrades managed to overcome the raging Vidral and sealed it away in the Urkopaka Mountains. Despite its reputation, however, Valley Garmata is also a symbol of power. That's why you'll see its likeness in Tulial's national symbol and the adorning banners at the palace. Ah, the Lay of Proof. That big fellow is the Yakhoi, the largest of Tural's people. These giants once used their great size and strength to establish a dominion encompassing all of Yak Tural. Having brought the southern reaches to heel, they then turned northward, setting their sights on Zak Tural. You'll recall that massive bridge they built beyond the Sky Gate. Sometime after launching their northern campaign, however, they just gave up. The abandoned lands they conquered and withdrew into the mountains of Urkopaka, never seen their kind so much as set foot in the city. This was a people with power and resourcefulness to raise a temple on a mountaintop and build a bridge across the sea with stone. What would move them to renounce their ambitions? Probably, getting defeated in a massive battle. This one's unmarked. Papa says he left a blank pillar for the next chapter of Tulial's history, whatever that might be. Probably the next leader. Had your fill? Yes. Glad to hear it. I feel awfully hungry all of a sudden. No surprises there, seeing I couldn't keep anything down for a while. But now that I think I'm ready to eat again. Yes, So let's go and have ourselves a bite of local delicacy. Come, I'll take you to the best restaurant in the city. I like the sound of that. I need to turn that stuff in for MGP or whatever. Oh, this stuff doesn't matter anymore. Oh, Aetheryte first. Have you ever had tacos? They're totally all classic. You bake a crunchy shell made from corn flour and fill it with meat and salad. A lot of shops and stalls sell them, but I like how they're made here at Best. And I need one right in front of me right now. Let's head downstairs and place an order with Old Brook whatever. Oh, another aetheryte right there. Let's go grab that real quick. And while we're headed over, I want to look at the smithing stuff. I will be doing crafting, just so you're aware. Don't feel too bad. I have a perverse fantasy of making a sword every time with my samurai. Many samurais around. So this is the only one we're missing, I think? The watch. Oh, and that one. Okay.
Brook Evo! My companions must sample your heavenly tacos. One for each of us, please.
Right away, promise. And I'll pack them tight with my choicest feelings. Only the best for you and your friends.
Did you hear the Silver Scales are back? Seems their overseas foray ended in disaster. More than half their warband is missing, including their leader.
Aye. And now keen to rebuild their broken reputations, the survivors seek the Golden City. A fool's errand. How many hopefuls have disappeared in search of that fable? They should count their lucky stars they came home alive at all.
The legend of the Golden City is well known here, I take it.
It is, but as no one's ever seen it, many question if there is any truth to the tale. Like our skeptical Erinville.
I can't imagine the Dawn Servant would request a formal survey for a place that doesn't exist.
Now to find a spot with a pleasant view to enjoy our crunchy spoils. Oh.
Bro.
Oh.
If it isn't the third promise.
Pro lizard. Chameleon head. With reptile head. I guess lizard is a reptile, but... Bro, I'm mad. Give me mad dialogue. My taco.
I don't know these ones. New salt.
Dredge from foreign waters is my guess, brother.
Of course, that's it. Wuklamat is so afraid of the coming contest that she went crying for special help.
Was there something you wanted, Bakul Jaja?
The third promise remembers us! Such an honor.
Glory on your name, brother.
Mystic. Interesting. So one's a warrior, one's a mystic? Yeah.
And on yours, brother.
I know my rivals for the throne. Nothing more.
Another child of the Dawn Servant?
No, this brute.
We have no ties to their farce of a family. Unlike the sneevling housecut, we are blessed siblings, the elevated chosen. We alone are fit to succeed Golul Jaja as Dawn Servant.
All peoples are equal in Tulihyolal. Your heritage gives you no greater claim to the throne.
Ha! Shall we test that idea here and now? See if your strength is equal to ours.
I could take
None
him.
of this has any bearing on the right of succession, correct? Best not waste your energies on pointless scuffles.
Oh, don't nod to that.
The kitten comes to the house cat's defense.
Pathetic. Since when was our nation overrun by mewling weaklings?
Listen to me, you.
A two-headed Mamulja. I knew of them, but that's the first I've seen in the flesh.
Some get it into their twin heads that they're destined to follow in my father's footsteps. So they travel to distant lands to hone their battlecraft. Those are likely the ones you've heard about.
Are there other two-headed claimants?
No, just Bakul Jaja. Even in Tural, his kind are far from common. The Mamulja people largely belong to one of three clans. The Hubigo, the Bunewa, and the Dopro.
Sahagan?
Every once in a great while, a two-headed offspring is born from a union between the brown-scaled Hubigo and the blue-scaled Bunewa. The child grows to possess immense strength, both physical and magical.
Blessed siblings indeed.
Forget them. Let's go and buy more tacos. I can think of nothing better to rid me of this
Oh,
bad taste
thank
in my
God
mouth.
we're getting more. Oh no.
Enjoying your tour of the city, I trust. We've seen our share of notable sights and took a moment to rest. As such, we're ready to present ourselves at the palace for the rite of succession.
No.
Shall we meet you there?
No. Food
The
first.
palace it is. I'll let Wuklamart know. Destiny calls. Perhaps we can return for more tacos later?
So it goes.
I feel the same way. That's brutal, man. No wonder this person was crying. So looking forward to trying some authentic cuisine, but we should hurry and join Alphino. Alright, it's a bit of a climb to the top, but you can head up from the Resplendent Quarter or even the eastern side of the town march. Now that you have an idea how the city's laid out, I'll find a I'll let you find your own way, sorry. Ah, my poor empty belly. I feel that one all too much. So, retainer, gemstone, Battlecraft. Let's see. What level is it? Oh, just straight 90? It's worse. Tradecraft. Can go up to 97, starting at 91. Mender. We're good. Everything's repaired. Independent merchant. Let's see what they have. Some fishing stuff. Ocean, freshwater, freshwater. Okay, that's good to know. I fish, so it's good to know. It's good to know. I am actually going to run over here and get that etherite. Then we just need to grab that one and we'll have them all. So, what was the key? N? No. Yeah, N. So that's all the blacksmithing stuff. What's the armor craft? Shield. That's the fending gear? Maiming. Okay, so whatever. Then we could probably teleport to Resplendent. And just walk up to the castle from here. Or palace, I should say. Yeah, fishing supplies. The Titan Bronze was for the sky stuff? Skycrafting, I think. Never really got around to doing that. But I still have the quest, so I'm gonna keep it up. I think it's Ishgard? Yeah, this one. I miss Kyton. Whoa, that looks different. Oh! What? Whoa, that's crazy. Okay. Oh, it changes? Really? Huh. At 92, Hakaze gets upgraded. Hisatsu Guren and Hisatsu Senai get reduced. Where's that? Oh, Shoha's gone. Wait, what? Shoha? That was a AoE meditate thing. Is it? Oh, it's just normal Shoha now? Interesting. Okay, everything's there. All nearby. Now it's first enemy and last for all remaining. That math's out to be about the same. Huh. Good, you made it. We're all here. I'm still hungry to eat a whole roasted berry, but the contest won't wait. Cutscenes! I love cutscenes. I've acquainted the twins with the city as best I could in a short time. Their unbridled enthusiasm made it rather difficult. Invariably, something would catch their eye, spurring them to run down an alley to investigate. It was like herding a pair of unruly corals. I understand all too well. Charlene had the same effect on me. Right then, now it's time we saw the inside of the palace. Papa will want to know I'm home and meet the allies I've chosen. Given how impulsive he is, though, there's no telling what we might be in for. Yeah? Is that the main character, Estinian?
Estinian? When did he get here?
What's the point? Why is he here?
Oh, you know this man? Whenever my father spots a promising opponent, he invites them to Sunperch to duel. Pressing duties or no, he can't resist a good fight.
So the one Estinian is crossing blades with.
That will do, Spearman. I will receive my darling daughter.
Vow of Resolve, Ghoul Jaja.
Know that you are the strongest I fought in many a moon, if not longer. It is the privilege of a life long lived to face such a formidable soul.
Bro, tag me in. I'm stronger.
If it's formidable you want, then look no further than that woman there.
I see you, warrior.
We had no idea you meant to visit Tyrrell.
I've seen what lies east. This time I chose west.
And thus did our itinerant dragoon make his travel plans.
You witnessed our bout. If you thought he was fearsome, that was with one head dozing.
I'm not sure I understand.
The old man has been feeling his years. The uncovered side is the head of resolve, and age has only deepened his love for combat. But the head of reason wiser of the two, sleeps more and more these days. As I understand it, the veil helps with the restoration of his magical energies.
Enough about me, Lamati. I want to hear of your adventures.
Lamachi.
A term of endearment. It's what my family calls me.
Oh. When last did we see you in the palace? Greetings, Solonesh.
It's Erenville now, Dawn Servant.
Oh? Was he also
I
one of
took
the
the name
children
while
of the
abroad.
palace?
And have since grown accustomed to it.
Erenville, then. And these others? I assume are Lamati's recruited allies. Ha! Old-tempered still. Yet as much as I'd enjoy testing their metal, the hour of the right is at hand. I will summon the other claimants at once.
Oh, we're getting right into it. Okay.
Then I shall leave you to it. Good fortune, my friends.
Yo, see ya, Sinian. Go do your main character thing.
The claimants are assembled. The first promise, Zorolja. The second promise, Gona. The third promise, Uklamat. And lastly, the chosen of Mamuk, Bakul Jaja.
What, he's not even a promise?
You four will compete in the right of succession, the outcome of which will decide who takes my place as Dawn Servant. I am not the man I once was. My wiser half sleeps the days away, and it is time I yield my position. But mine is a torch that has never been passed. Tuliyola is young, and so I look to the always for inspiration. The right of succession, the means by which the autarch of Mamuk was chosen. Only the two-headed were deemed fit for this contest, but the Tuliyola I built is a nation of many peoples. Our leader needn't have two heads, nor be a Mamulja at all. So I gave the right of claimant not only to the son I sired, but to my adopted children as well.
Oh, interesting. I guess
Yet
that's the promises?
opportunity to rule was still not equal. That is why a recent tournament offered a place in the contest as the winning prize. Now you have us to compete against. Ah, though it seems the One-Head was already too afraid to face us in the tournament.
Our brother was in Shock Tural leading the Landsguard on a campaign to eradicate a Tural Vidral. Anyone with sense would know he was too busy for games.
Now for the part you've been waiting to hear. The nature of the contest itself.
Strength tournament. Let's go.
To triumph in the right of succession, and thereby claim our nation's throne, you must travel the lands of Yogg-Tural and find the City of Gold.
If I may, Father.
Speak, Kona.
I already know where it is.
The Golden City is an ancient Turali legend, but after so many failed attempts to find it, the story has become more fairy tale than fact. If you would charge us with such a quest, are we then to assume you have proof of the city's existence?
I offer us proof, my unbroken word, for I have seen it with my own 4 eyes.
The city's real. All those years.
This was before the founding of Tuliyobo. I traveled the lands of Tural with my companions, and we ended our journey at the gates to the Golden City. I mean to have you do the same, but in order to achieve victory proper, you need to break the seal I put in place. Bring them.
Man, those are big hallways, fit for giants. Stone seals or something? Or seal breakers? Tablets? Yeah, tablets. So we're recreating his legend by going to certain villages. I see.
The Tuliyola saga.
You will retrace the path I walked to unite our peoples, step by step. Along the way, 7 chosen electors will be waiting to measure your worth. Earn their keystones by performing the feats they ask of you. Once you've fitted each of the 7 tablets with the keystone, you'll have the key to unlock the seal on the Golden City's gates.
Sick.
So the contest is in stages, none of which can be skipped by rushing to the ultimate objective.
Exactly. Exciting, isn't it?
Martial tournaments, hunting festivals, and now this? You do so love your contests, Papa.
Were I a few years younger, I would have joined in myself, giving you a proper challenge. You may think the ride is tedious or nonsensical, or both, but I am yielding our nation's throne. Let me have this final indulgence.
A waste of time. Just name Bakunja just successor and be done with it.
The rite of succession begins now. I'll be watching you progress with great interest. And Clemens, remember to collect your tablets before you leave.
Yeah, the leader obviously doesn't really like this guy. This is probably his son.
You are one of Lamachi's allies. Speak freely.
I am Kryl Baldessian, representative of the students of Baldessian. My name is perhaps familiar to you?
Ah.
It would seem you sent this letter to my orders some years ago. The ink has since faded and much of the writing is illegible. Even so, we managed to determine the essence of it. A request to investigate the Golden City, addressed to my grandfather, Galuf. Included with the correspondence was this earring. A fairy tale and a piece of jewelry were enough to convince my grandfather to sail halfway across the world. So there is surely some greater mystery at work here. On behalf of the students, I've come to seek clarification on the matter. Have you any knowledge you might share with me?
No, not at this time. I have tasked the claimants with finding the Golden City. To fulfill your request would afford one of them an unfair advantage in the right of succession. But once the contest is decided, I plan to entrust the entire truth to my successor. If you want to hear it, then you...
Yeah.
Very well, Dawn Servant. On my honor as a student of Baldessian, I will find your Golden City.
The real
Thank you
Golden
for hearing
City
my
is the
petition.
one in our hearts all along. Under the throne.
How about that? She's grown into a remarkable young woman. You should be proud, Galuf.
Too late to change your mind now, I suppose. But are you sure you wish to be part of this?
Well, yeah, the succession is blocking my way to go north, so yes.
Our third promise is not wont to take no for an answer. Though you may have agreed to help, I worry that you were swept up in her relentless enthusiasm.
Just a bit.
Or perhaps you've been lured by the glory of the Golden City. Either way, this contest for the throne will place you and yours at the heart of political turmoil. If you are second-guessing your decision, tell me now. This may be my last chance to help you withdraw.
Life is a series of journeys, my friend. And there's no telling what awaits us on the long road.
Can't believe we didn't take Graha
But what's
Tia, man.
important is to be true to yourself as you walk it. Only then can we hope to be content when we arrive at the end of one and step forward into another.
I want to see where this journey leads, I guess. Fuck, man.
So you are committed to your path? I will speak no more of it then. As for my own involvement, I can no longer conduct myself as a mere guide, I think. Not after the Dawn Servant's revelation.
Here they come! It's Saralja! Such a fearsome mien. Make no mistake, there goes Tuliola's mightiest warrior.
First promise, our village needs aid. The cold weather stunts our crops, and the children of our village go hungry. Once you ascend the throne, I beg of you, grant my people new lands, please!
Saralja.
Take heart, tiller of the soil. The resilient son, blood heir to the Dawn Servant, has heard your pleas.
Saralja, the first promise and commander of the Landsguard. Saralja, the palaceer. As he was so careful to remind the crowd, Saralja is indeed the natural child of Gurul Jaja.
Yeah, that's what we assumed.
And Resilient Son, is that another title, like the first promise?
After a fashion. Common knowledge has it that two-headed Mamulja cannot sire children. Yet Saralja was born all the same, with the head of Resolve's features and the head of Reason's scales. An extraordinary example of life's unyielding resilience.
And a warrior's reticence. He says little, but the way he moves... I know a hardened soldier when I see one.
He's a natural swordsman, a gift he inherited from his father. Some even say that the son has already surpassed the sire. Should he come to power, the first promise means to employ that martial prowess in the conquest of foreign lands. For this, he and his supporters have been labeled expansionists. This puts him in direct opposition to Wuklamat, who advocates for the preservation of peace. You may recall that she spoke of a claimant who cannot be allowed to rule. That is Saralja, the warmonger.
Interesting.
Kryl, are you alright?
The echo. It gave me a glimpse into Saralja's ambitions. Deep and unknowable, like an abyss. Yet at the same time, a roaring, unquenchable fire. It was a trifle terrifying, to be frank.
The second promise. The cat guy that went to Charlian.
Second promise, you must bring us more marvelous conveniences. More dirigibles and trains and the like. We need you in charge to make trading easier.
Merchant clan, I guess.
The elders, they complain and complain about abandoning tradition. But we're not like them, afraid of everything foreign and new. You have our wholehearted support. With your ingenuity and knowledge, you're sure to win the contest.
Forgive me, but the right of succession is barely begun. I will hear your petitions if and when I am named Dawn Servant. If you will excuse me.
Plain spoken, as always. That's Arcona. Practical to a fault.
Here we have Kona, the second promise, who spent time as a pupil at Charlian's own studium.
Now that you mention it, I think I did see him in the halls once or twice. There was nothing to suggest he was Turali, much less from a royal family.
That was by design. He forwent his usual garb and took an Eorzean name to avoid attention.
So it was Kona who introduced the dirigibles. And the railway too, given what we just heard.
In furtherance of his goal, to enrich Tuliolal with every bright notion he learned of in Charlian. He is the hope of those who prize innovation. As aloof as he may seem, Kona and Wuklamat actually get along rather well. They bicker and banter as only close siblings do.
So he'll probably be like in an advisory role if well, when Wuklamat gets chosen as Dawnseeker because we're here doing everything.
How gracious of you all to cheer the lesser claimants. Oh, come now. What are you afraid of? I'm no different from your Dawn servant. That my kind should reign is Mamulja tradition, and has been so since before there was a Tuliyolan. I'll brush aside your feeble contenders, and then you'll see who deserves your deity.
Well said, brother.
Obviously someone we fight and kill later.
The Mamulja have finally found peace in Tuliolal. I pity those fanatics are intent on keeping that tradition alive.
The chosen of Mamuk, Bakul Jaja, winner of the recent martial tournament, and the only claimant not of the Dawn's promise.
Okay.
His strength is undeniable, but you see how he is. A few devoted Mamulja are his only supporters.
What would he do with the throne should he win it?
His policies and so forth. I doubt he's thought much beyond winning the contest itself.
Is everyone leaving before
But
the
one
third
thing
promise?
seems certain. If he does become Dawn Servant, he will see the Mamulja exalted as the ruling class, and all others forced into subservience.
Sounds like another that cannot be allowed to rule.
Yeah, they're all leaving. Huh. Do they not give any credit to the third? It's pretty rude.
We wish for one thing and one thing only, third promise. To abide together in harmony with our neighbors whom we love in this land we share. It is our way, the Turoli way.
Galul Jaja built for us this peaceful nation, and we beg you to preserve it.
You have my word. I won't let your pleas go unanswered.
Until Tuliolal was founded some 80 years ago, this continent was ravaged by war. The eldest among us remember that dark era. and they are Wuklamat's most ardent supporters.
Apologies. It's hard to get away. This is Namika, my childhood nursemaid. She's been like a mother to me my whole life. I told her it wasn't necessary, but she insisted on seeing us off.
I place our precious third promise into your care.
Did you know Wuklamat was taking part in the rite of succession?
Of the Dawn's promise? I thought it was only Zoralja and Kona. If she has any accomplishments to her name, I've yet to hear them.
Compared to the two Mamulja, she pales in martial prowess. And then there's Kona, who's far and away the most educated of the bunch. I hate to say it, but it's hardly a competition.
They're clearly saying that loud enough for them to hear.
It's fine. More than anyone, I understand how much better my brothers are than me.
Better? Wuklamat, I have never thought of you as the lesser sibling. Your brothers may excel in their respective ways, but you boast qualities that both lack. A strength that is yours alone. Having cared for you for so long, I should know.
Thank you, Namika. Well, we ought to be on our way.
Yes, hurry along. I await word of your victory with bated breath.
Well, so much for the brief reunion I had in mind. Papa is not one to waste time when he decides to act. I'm used to it by now, of course, but others are often caught off guard. In any case, we should talk about how we're going to find the City of Gold. All we have to work with are 7 tablets and their connection to Tulial Saga. Might I suggest first comparing the tablets against the pillars? We should check for any discrepancies between them. Good idea, let's go and take a look. So we're going to there. It might have been faster to just head back for the Aetheryte beacon. It's fine. Goblin House. Goblin House. So this is ours. The tablets, if you would. Of course. Everyone has a tablet, then let's compare them to their respective pillars. Keep an eye out for even the smallest differences. guessing they're exactly the same. You're just following the order in which he made the saga of Tulial. Yep, they're identical. Knew it. The only difference being that the tablets have hollows where the keystones are to be fitted. So now that we've established that the scenes are the same, where do we go from here? The Dawn Servant said we were to retrace the path he walked in uniting Tural's peoples, and that we would encounter 7 electors along the way. Then we have the answer here in front of us. Papa's path is all laid out in the Tulial saga. The events the glyphs portrayed, do we know the exact locations where they took place? If one is close, we could go there and search for an elector. That would confirm we're on the right track. Let me think. The Lay of Reeds was in the nearby Hanu settlement. Papa took me there once. It was during the festival season and the whole village was alive with good cheer. There's also Lay of Gold, the one that involved the Pelu village, which is about the same distance from here. Before going anywhere, we should ask around about the road ahead. I heard a lot of talk as we toured the city about that storm we passed through at sea. Apparently it ravaged Yoke Tural several days ago. Since our roads are not well paved as Eorzea's, they're more susceptible to damage from natural disasters. If we want to avoid wasting time taking a dead-end trail, I suggest we spend a few moments making inquiries. If it's information we need, just leave it to me. I'll bring the information to us. It would be prudent to ensure we're prepared for the journey. I'll guide you to the accommodations I've arranged. Sounds good. That's right, the reservation is under Woklamont's name. If you don't mind, I'll leave my companions to you. Certainly, sir. I'll go and track down the third promise. Once you finish organizing your gear, you can meet us outside the restaurant. Greetings, visitors to Tulial, and welcome to the Berard Cabins. Whenever you're ready, I'll show you to your rooms. Man, it's really been just 2 hours of cutscenes so far, huh? Whew. Await your companions. Trust you to be the keenest to head out. But where are Erinville and Wook-Lamat, I wonder? Oh good, you're all here. Who might your companions be? Seeing as we needed information, I thought who better to get it from than the locals. Those two hail from villages we're thinking to visit. Ah, the elders. I give you credit for taking initiative at least. What do you mean at least? I'm honored that the third promise would seek my advice. I too am happy to answer your questions. Any encounter might be an opportunity to do business. Thank you both for your help. Ah, before we begin, there doubtless be other occasions when we need to act independently, so I brought these for the two of you. What, link shells? So we can do our telephone game? Oh, link pearl, yeah, okay. Telephone, what a handy thing to have. It'll be very useful on our travels. Speaking of which, I should get back to introducing my two new friends here. The Tulial saga features a number of Tural's clans. Damn! Two of those, the Hanu Hanu and Pelu Pelu, have settlements relatively close to the city, so I brought a representative of each. As I mentioned before, the Hanu are cheerful people who love their festivals and make their appearance in the lay reeds, and their home village, Akhanu, is located in Kozum Uka. The other smaller fellow is one of the Pelu, a clan of business-minded folk from Urko Paka. They appear in the Lay of Gold and craft all kinds of marvelous goods, and Wachu Pelu their village. Now as for deciding which village to visit, why don't you pick our destination, Medvia? Yeah. Story elements and quest rewards will not be affected. Holy shit. Bro, I'm loving the beach gear they're in. Yep. We're gonna do the merchant quest first. Our main concern was confirming the state of the road ahead. As I recall, to reach Urko Paka, we needed to depart from Archidon, then take the road west to First Fork, sorry. That is indeed the way to Urko Paka. After the damage wrought by the recent downpour, however, you'll be doing more stumbling than walking. But do take heart, when it comes to rugged terrain, we have a most dependable solution. Come with me. We'll be back to talk to you in good time, friend Hanu. Meanwhile, you can eat and drink your fill at the restaurant. It's all been arranged. Ah, now the side quest popped up. This is for the hunt board, so we can just make your Azorian hunt. Yeah, so we don't need to read any of that. It's about just killing things out in the wild and whatnot. Might as well unlock it. Then let's go to the plaza up there to also unlock what I'm guessing is sightseeing points. Yep, hunt unlock. Woo! On hunts are now accessible. Yep. Exclusive rewards, then level up, we get more. Levy meat, let's switch to blacksmith. Sup. Yes, tribe, many systems, wing leave, yes, formal leave, yes. I'm here to help. Familiar, hailing from Sol, assume so, had a reason. Guild leaves, yes. Yes. Just like Eorzea, okay. Now available. And that's the craft things, which we can't do yet. Oh, those two are gone. Interesting. We want to go to that marker. Then we can just jump down to Urkopaka. Is this on our level? Hopefully it is. No, it's not. Ah, shit. Degenerate comments in chat here. Sup? Sightseer, yep. Unlock the oh my, bro, I'm loving the outfits these people are wearing. Yep, give me the lookout sightseeing log. Thank you, thank you. I know it's on Dawntrail. Yep. My twin's name's Emmeline and she's wandering over there. Okay. Sick. Okay, now let's go to the story. We'll do all the side quests when we're leveling a different class. That is a not for now thing. Before I would do all the side quests as I'm going through the main story, but I think they balanced it so you don't have to now. Sup? May I introduce you to our most dependable companion, the alpaca. These animals can traverse Urkopaka's steep mountain trails as if they were gentle fields, and all while carrying heavy loads. Our merchants would be lost without them. So they fill the same niche as our chocobos. You don't have alpacas? Alpacas are native to Dawntrail. Eorzea has chocobos and the eastern lands have their horses. Why go to the trouble of breeding another pack beast in a place which ill suits its qualities where it is not needed anyway? But must we ride these little monsters? I get the impression you aren't too fond of them. When I was small and being a bit naughty, I went around pulling on their wool. One of them spat at me. What are they like to ride? Alpacas bred as mounts are inquisitive and docile, and those without experience find them easy to handle. We're really doing this. So, was my information useful? Hi. Yes, very helpful, even if it wasn't what I wanted to hear. Good, I'll take my payment now. What? You want me to pay you? I guess I should have expected as much from a Pelu merchant. Let me see what I have on me. The Pelu value the act as spreading joy through trade, as you should know. They take pride in making deals that benefit both parties. Here you go, a fair price for your fair advice. Yes, I made a trade with the third promise herself. My friends will never believe this. Shall be on my way. I wish you travels. Safe travels. Off you go, thank you. Better not get spit on again. You brought that on yourself. Remain calm and gentle, and so will they. I'm still not happy about this, but if we need to ride alpacas to reach Urkopaka, then that's what we'll do.
Turali poets of yore sang of a mountain that would stand tall, even should all other lands sink beneath the sea. Indomitable and eternal, it arises from Urkopacha, the 100 peaks of time. Of all the beasts which crawl and fly, only the legendary Valigarmanda could hope to disturb the summit's serene majesty. Yet, with that flying calamity imprisoned by the Dawn Serpent, what great feat remains for those who would claim the throne?
So this is Urkopacha. I've never actually been here before.
The air is so crisp and clear.
Mountains everywhere you look.
That one massive peak in particular has quite the presence. It puts me in mind of Som-Al.
That is Workor Sormor, the tallest mountain in Yogg-Tural. Its sheer height makes it an imposing climb. But there are other reasons the ambitious keep their distance.
Oh? Do tell.
Where to begin?
Oh, shit. Excuse me, but you're Woklamat, are you not? I hadn't thought to counter one of Dawn's promise here of all places.
But I should introduce myself. I am Bolnok, a weaver by trade.
Well met, Bolnok. We're on our way to Watranpelo.
Oh, truly. I've just come from there, as it happens. I'd asked the Pelu who sell me their wool to give me a tour of their alpaca ranch. The head rancher and I shared a bottle of mezcal while he explained the finer points of wool production.
Mezcal, is that a local beverage?
It's an Urkopacha specialty. A spirit made from distilled agave heart juice.
Sounds good.
Yes, and it must have done wonders for my mood, for I tripled my usual order of alpaca wool. They did offer me a discount, though, so it wasn't a bad deal in the end. But listen to me, boring you with my tedious stories. I will leave you before you are lulled to sleep. Goodbye, and safe travels. Oh, silly me. I almost forgot to say the thing I actually wanted to say. Peace for Tural. I agree with your vision, Third Promise. You have my support in your bid for the throne.
I gather from his tale we would be foolish to underestimate Pelu Pelu merchants.
Yes, they do more than run the markets in Tuliolal. Pelu Pelu peddlers can be found everywhere in Tural, traveling from place to place on their sturdy alpacas. They are effusive and engaging speakers, and many's the customer who's been talked into spending more than they bargained for.
They won't find this customer so easily charmed.
Oh, jeez. Red flag.
Watchun Pello's down the path! Off the main road! Don't get lost!
It's right there.
So, you said the regalia has a shine to it? Oh yeah, look at that! Oh, it has reflections! Shit. Very cool. So, it was southwest? Yeah? Oh, it's up there? We're gonna go get the, ether current first. Oh damn, we have to explore the map. Okie. To the south. South, south, south. Wonder if it's up that way? Southwest. Yes, okay, so it's up the path, I believe. Unless it's like up here. Which might be a little concerning. Can't get up there yet. Okay. Let's just go back to the main story then. There wasn't any new mounts, right? From the pre-order. Huh. This is it. Wachu Palo Homa Pelu Pelu Boklamat should have arrived. Already getting conned into a deal. That's not good. Come all this way for the right of succession. Oh, so this means I'm exchanging words with the future Dawn servant. The outcome is far from decided, but it's a possibility. How fortunate then. The ideal in cloaks woven from specially luxurious alpaca wool. Such a garment will look magnificent when draped over the shoulders of our budding ruler. And a nation's ruler should dress her best for our adorning people, yes? Finery for our finest lady, that's right. Come, Third Promise, my well-stocked shelves are but a few steps away. Finest lady. I like the sound of that. Alright, suppose a quick look wouldn't hurt. What did we just talk about? Aaronville, when did you... Ah, a Shitona from far-off Dawntrail. Northern winters are bitterly cold affairs, I'm told. I cannot imagine how you survived them without a lovely warm cloak of quality alpaca wool. No thank you, I'm not in need of new clothes at the moment, and neither is the third promise. Perhaps another time. Of course, my shop door is always open. You were saying something about not being easily charmed? I was just... As I mentioned previously, the Pelu people live for bringing happiness through trade. They won't cheat you or sell you defective goods. They will, however, disarm you with their deft turns of phrase, and unwitting customers like Wuk Lamet fall prey for this fallible approach time and time again. Your only recourse is a clear and firm refusal. They won't pursue the matter should you make your disinterest plain. A valuable insight into the minds of the Pelu Pelu. Let us all take Aaronville's words of caution to heart. Honest merchants. Unlike the potato people. I should probably get this etherite before anything else. White mage. Oh. 645? Is that an upgrade? No. Not even close. Oh, it doesn't look bad though. What's this for Pugilist Monk? Not my finest moment, I'll admit, but now that we're here, let's do what we came to do, find the Elector. Allow me to propose a strategy then. Kryl, Alice, and I will speak with the merchants. Wuk Lamat, you and Aaronville will try to approach travelers and passerbys. Medvia, pray investigate any of the establishments which catch your eye. Should we learn aught of use, let us relay it to the third promise. Ninja. Ninja. Yo, where's the Lector? Ah, new face in town, here for the right of succession. Yes, yes, yes. Speaking which, would you like a cup? No, no, no. Lectors. You do not know. But your head does. Okay. Lectors, oh yes, I've heard all about it. They're looking for a new ruler on the throne. I'm rooting for Zoluja. First promise wins, he'll expand our sphere of influence. I mean, he'll do it through war though, right? No thank you. Very well, you said you wanted to know about the Lector. I could help you, but I won't. You're no supporter of Zoral Jaw. Okay. Asshole. Nope. Just here to unlock things, and I need to unlock this one too. Gemstone exchange for the fates. Filet, pineapple, hide. Okay. Okay. Hello there, I'm Mablu. Do you have a question? Sorry, I don't know any electors. You should take a moment to see our prize alpacas. Be sure to admire them. Get too close and our nervous starlings may be tempted to spit on you. Yeah. Tobly, that's the head rancher. No one makes a mistake without Tobly noticing. Okay. I guess Warlord down there is the bird people. The Hanu. You really have to watch yourself around these silver-tongued peddlers. I almost bought a bottle of mezcal, a stack of blankets, and then there was this enchanting ornament. Anyway, I did manage to learn that Tobly is the man to talk about the contest. Now, if only share where this head ledger of theirs is to be found. Really? He's the head rancher. Well, the alpaca ranch is not far from here. Let's pay a visit. That is a lot of alpacas. Still, we know the head ledger could be here somewhere. I can't let fear deter me. Not that to say I'm scared, of course. Hello. Excuse me, is one of these workers Tobly? Tobly? Oh yes, he likes to mingle with the ranch hands to keep an eye on things. Can't tell you which one he is though. You can't? Is this part of the contest? All I can say is that Tobly often mentions his favorite pungent subject. He also can't resist a profitable trade, though. Among us? Who among us could? Am I right? Still, if you bring him a very good deal, he might let his identity slip. So it's like a game. Easy enough, all I have to do is offer Tobly a deal he can't ignore, no problem at all. Well, maybe one problem. I don't think my purse is deep enough to pay everyone we think might be Tobly. Let me ask some questions first. Great, we can meet back here to share our impressions. Yo, what's up? Well, I'm not Tobly. I mean, oops. I shouldn't have said that. We're meant to find out for yourself who he is, or even if an elector's in the village at all. Yeah, that's probably the elector. Honestly. Indulgent? Ah, a visitor. If I'm not mistaken, be warned. The alpacas will spit if you startle them. Okay. think I may be Tobly? Haha, maybe I am. All I will say is that in this village, none have reared more alpacas than I. Am I Tobly? Yes, that's me. Excellent work from the third promise center entourage sharpened. Shall we commence the rite of succession then? Yeah, sure. See, we're both done. So who do you think it is? I have my suspicions. Let me hear your pick. Diligent. The workers so intent on stable shores. I had my eyes on that one too. Time to rip the mask off, so to speak. We know it's you, Tobly, and to prove it, I propose a deal. A generous sum of coin for confirmation of your true identity. An offer I gladly accept. As you have correctly guessed, I am indeed Tobly, head ledger of Wakun Pello, and head rancher of the family ranch. I'm also one of Gulalajaja's chosen electors. Hey, I guessed it first try. And a place featured in Tuliola's saga, just as we thought. I was right to trust in your instincts, and I wager this won't be the last. She found you out fair and square, Tobly. And I'm glad she did. Would have been a pity had her bid ended here.
Deducing the Dawnservant's elector was the first step of the feat. Too simple a task for this aspiring ruler, eh?
Right. Not hard at all. Zorolja.
I am told the head ledger, Tobly, is to be found here.
You have to guess which one of us is Tobly. That's part of the test.
What's he gonna do? Threaten them? Oh yeah, threatening them.
You're Tobly.
Without even asking a single question. Very impressive indeed.
Killing intent, man.
With that amusing prologue out of the way, we can proceed to the actual challenge. Per the Dawnservant's instructions, I was free to devise any manner of feat. I considered the number of possibilities in the 10th column. But I think I have a good one. You must go forth and capture for me an alpaca.
Okay, man.
While I've not had the best experiences with alpacas, aren't they generally docile creatures? That doesn't sound like much of a challenge.
Bring out the example!
Oh no.
This is a special kind of alpaca. Would you please approach the animal, Third Promise?
Who? Me? Well, it should stay calm if I stay calm, right? That's what Aaronville said.
It's gonna run away or fight her.
Ah! The little monster spat on me! Ah, oh, that stinks. I can't.
That guy's just like, glad it wasn't
Alpacas
me.
are paradoxical creatures, being both extremely curious and extremely cowardly. Press your luck when they're frightened, and you'll get a face full of spit, as you've all just witnessed. Has an awful stench, their expectoration. The globs contain half-digested food, you see, making it an effective deterrent against perceived threats.
Wild valley braid like this one are especially timid and can therefore be quick to lash out. They're also especially hardy.
Indeed. We take the rugged wild alpacas and breed them with our gentle domesticated stock. This produces the strong but beatable pack animals prized by our traveling merchants.
That's all well and good, but did I need to bathe an alpaca spit for you to make your point?
So, the task is to catch a wild alpaca.
That is correct. But be warned that it is a feat easier said than done. I suggest you prepare well before you enter the valley where the creatures dwell. And by you, I mean the claimants only. Allies are not permitted to assist with the catching. The alpacas will help me judge which of you is worthy of receiving a keystone.
So I'm to chase down a fluffy, spitting demon, and that somehow proves I'm fit to rule?
Yeah, it proves that you're able to even convince the most cowardly to follow you back to somewhere. It's a leadership
As I
test.
said, the Dawn Servant granted me the freedom to decide my challenge.
It's actually a pretty smart
And when
challenge.
we reach the end of the ride, I dare say you will understand why I chose what I chose.
If even the most cowardly can follow you, then it's worth following you. Whether that's a strong hand or a hand offered
Very
in
well.
peace.
This won't take long.
Wait! Didn't I warn you this was easier said than done? There are preparations to be made, factors to consider.
A beast is a beast. All yield to strength.
So far, this experience has done absolutely nothing to improve my opinion of alpacas. But that doesn't mean I can't do this. Revolting spit aside, they're just another animal.
Are you all right, Orclamat? We thought we heard you scream.
The third promise does not scream. It was more of a startled yelp.
Scream, in other words.
Did you find the Elector?
Oh, we certainly did.
He's just standing right there while this goes on. Alright, man. Had to go wash my face. Would you mind taking a sniff to make sure it's gone? Yeah, I saw that look. As Wicklamat helped demonstrated, the Valley Opaca are very wary people. Getting close to catch one will not be easy. Might have warned me about that earlier. I have enough trouble with team. What do you expect me to wrangle a wild? With the proper saddle, we infuse the leather with a relaxing scent that soothes the spitting beast. Wonderful, give me one of those then. Pay for it. Pay for it? Have you perhaps forgotten we're a clan of merchants? If you want a taming saddle, then you'll need to find a saddler and make them an offer. They don't come cheap, of course. Crafting a saddle will cost you the equivalent of 10 pel. In the thousands, column. Ha ha ha. I mean, 10,000 pel? I don't have that kind of coin. Burning Gill, that comes to around 1 million or so. Mayhap if we all pitch in. No, this is my feat to accomplish. I wouldn't feel right about having others pay the cost. I'll find the money, somehow. In that case... that basket of wool is worth the sum you paid me earlier, 1 pel, in the hundreds column. Beginning with the wool, you can trade for ever more valuable goods until you have something suitable to bargain with for the saddle. That's a nice gesture, but you think I can turn 100 pel into 1 million? That's 10,000 times more! Yeah, you can actually. You need 10,000 pel, not 1 million. So we're looking at 100 times more. Oh, right. I panicked and got confused. That's probably part of the Elector's challenge. To go through this, to understand how to trade, then to get the alpaca to come over. It's very interesting. You're almost talked into buying a cloak. I just hate it when you're right. Let me help you with your deal making. Oh, hello again. Mablu, I work here as a ranch hand. I also learned a lot about the peddler profession. It's alright if I aid them now, yes? I guided the claimants towards the first step of the feat like you asked. As long as Wicklamat goes along to catch her alpaca, she is free to accept assistance from whoever she likes. Hooray! Let's see about getting you that saddle then, Third Probus. I don't know why you made your offer, but I could use an ally with a beak for bargains. Welcome aboard, Mablu. Should the rest of us stay behind, perhaps? It may be easier to haggle over prices without so many voices chiming in. Yes, stay here and pitch in with the ranch work. With Mablu gone, I'll need extra hands. Gladly, although Medvia, I think she'd help Wicklamat. You've seen markets and bazaars the world over. Surely you have sage advice. Yes. In that case, you should also hold on to alpaca wool. If it's misplaced or soiled in some way, you'll have nothing to bargain with. As if I'd do such a thing, but I'll leave the wool with Medvia anyways. Better to keep my hands free. To begin, I suggest we try trading the wool to Havali, the saddler. He wouldn't agree to the deal, of course, but it'll give us an idea of how much he'll accept for his wares. See, this guy actually made it a very good trial. He understands the flow of the market and how to get a wild animal to follow you without, like, much fighting. It's very smart. I didn't do that. Something I can do for you. We've come to bargain. I need one of your special taming saddles to catch a wild alpaca. A saddle, is it? And how will you be paying for it? Will this basket of fine alpaca wool? Huh? What use does a saddle maker have for wool? Besides, this would barely cover the cost of a single strap buckle. Offer me something I actually want. And what might that be? Mezcal. I like to nurse a cup at day's end while I inspect my finished work. Bring me a jug of quality stuff and you've got yourself a deal. This bodes well for us, Third Promise. Such mezcal can be had for only 5 pel in the thousands column. Hold on, did you say Third Promise? Then my offer has changed. The saddle's going to cost you a jug of premium mezcal, aged 3 years at the least. 3 years? That stuff is valued at 10,000 pel or more. Why have you doubled the price? Because I am support of the man of ambition who'll see my business prosper. Zoral Jah will go to war, and his cavalry will need saddles. Lots of saddles. It's nothing personal, Third Promise, but I won't sell you my craft for anything less than my asking price. He's a man of business. Can't say I blame him. I'm known for championing peace, and peace is unlikely to bring in more customers. Those are of our grandparents' generation who remember the dark days when the clans were at war. Many of these Pelu pray for your victory, Wuklemet. The younger ones, though to them, strife and bloodshed are as children's stories. They think themselves safe from these horrors and take the peace we now enjoy for granted. Still, others are unsatisfied with this quiet prosperity and crave the future the Second Promise envisions. They've become obsessed with the innovations like dirigibles that have made trade swift and easy. Then you have those like Havli, convinced the First Promise's plans for conquest will afford them opportunity for great profit. But what about you, Mablu? Aren't you of the younger generation? At least a year or two younger than me, I'd say. Oh. I was raised on the old tales. I've memorized the accounts of what it was like when Yakhoi ruled our village. That's why I offered to help. I want you to become Dawn Servant, to keep our nation from going back to the way it was. Well then, I guess I'd better make sure I win the contest. But the type of mezcal the saddle maker wants is so very expensive. Weren't we expecting to need 10,000 pel from the outset? Nothing's changed, we just need to get on with it. I may not have a head for trade or the stomach for alpacas, but I won't give up with the piece of Tolial on the line. Then neither will I. We will make you the Dawn Servant. Aiming for that 10,000 pel jug right away will only bring us failure. And frustration. So let's first try exchanging the wool for anything even a touch more valuable. The trick is to find someone who needs alpaca wool and is willing to trade at a loss to acquire it. Someone who supports your bid for the throne. Yeah, the Weaver. Of course, the Weaver. Bull Knock was his name, I believe. He went out of his way to say he agreed with my vision. He was here to buy wool. I think I remember the direction he was going, but for now, let's head back to the road where we first met him. I am going to be right back. I need to go get coffee. Yo, I think I am going to call it there. It's just so much reading. Well, no. I just won't read it all out, I guess. I don't know, man. Let's not call it. I'm gonna be playing this anyways, so... Silence fine. This is the spot. You walk south. Going to Ekuval's Inn. Most visitors stay there. Shall we go? Yep. Can I have that basket, Medvia? Thanks, now let's see if we can turn a profit. Volnok, I'm glad we found you. Are you interested in making a trade? Third promise, you wish to do business with me. May I ask what this is about? I see, so the goal is to turn that basket wall into a jug of 3-year-old premium mezcal. Then allow me to invest in your efforts. Peace and Trawl is what allows me to cross freely into the lands of my suppliers. Naturally, I prefer that one pledge to preserve that peace with win the throne. Thus I do humbly offer this wool poncho, a small token that I pray contributes. Oh, that's fine craftsmanship. Garment like that would easily fetch 5,000 pel in the 100 columns. Oh, sorry, 5 pel in the hundreds. That's very generous, Balnock. Thank you. I promise I won't let you down. I have every faith in you, Third Promise. May fortune bless your future. Can't believe you quintupled your investment with your first deal. We're off to a spectacular start. Only because Medvia remembered our weaver friend. All I did was hand over the wool. That's not true. The connections you build with people are vital. Yep, fundamental principles of trading. You think so? I know so. Let's take our 500 pel poncho and trade it for something even more valuable. Here, Medvia, you take the poncho. If I lost it somehow, Aaronville would never let me hear the end of it. All set, our next deal is waiting to be found. Excellent trade! Nice! Traded 100 wool for 500 poncho. Leveraging connections is a sound strategy, but we should also consider supply and demand. An individual in urgent need of a good poncho will offer more than a merchant simply looking to stock his shelves. That makes sense, but how do we know if someone's in need? They aren't wearing one. That's the obvious answer, isn't it? We look for a person without a poncho and hope they're eager to buy. Yes, there you go. We find the demand for our supply. So where should we begin our search for prospective buyers? There are any number of places, but we could do worse than starting right here at the inn. There might be interested travelers. Who needs a poncho? A lot of Mamulja hardly wear anything to begin with. Those are probably Lion's Guard or sellswords. Mamulja who soldier for a living prefer not to wear much. So even if they have bared shoulders, Mamulja carrying arms can be struck off the list. Let's see, no coat or cloak, but also no weapon. We might have a winner. Oh there, friend. You're not a mercenary by trade, right? I was curious about your bold choice of dress. Oh, no choice of mine, believe me. I was attacked by beasts on the way here, barely escaped with my scales. My coat was not so lucky. I'm actually a toolmaker from Tuliolial. Was dressed quite smartly. All the better to show the Pelu I'm a man who takes pride in his appearance, and therefore his work as well. Well, sir, this is your lucky day. What a splendid poncho. This would be perfect replacement for the coat I lost. We'd be willing to part with it if you'd like to make a trade for one of your fine tools. How about this hatchet? I crafted it myself and will vouch for its quality. Blade looks sharp, the haft well made. I'd value it at 1 pel in the thousandths column. Oh, 500 to 1,000, we have a deal. Wonderful, a fine garment such as this should put me on even footing with any Pelu merchant. Like the eponymous owner of Miplu's mate garden, for one. Her field hands use hatchets to harvest the mate, and I thought to impress her with the tool I sold you. No matter, I have other wares to sell. I'm glad to have met you. Did you hear that? We've already found our next buyer. To Miplu's mate garden we go. Yes, but it's a fair distance on foot. We should take alpacas. These ones will be the calm type, right? I don't know. Doubled! Very good. Hold on, recognizing that toolmaker as a potential customer. If you have mind to change professions, make an excellent merchant. Oh, thank you. Yep, ride to the next location. Give me the item, I'll hold it. With that, I suppose we should hop on the alpaca. Ready to go, let's mount up. And it's off to the mate fields we go. Please don't spit. It'll be fine, these ones are accustomed to people. I don't trust them. You have a knack for riding, no matter what you say. Without our alpaca friends, we Pelu would never have become traveling merchants. Can you imagine walking all the way? I swear that mountain is too tall to be real. Warcore Zormor. Forbidding sight, one I've never appreciated up close. You have to take the long way around the cliffs to get there to the highlands belonging to Yokoi. So Mabu, you said you're learning about peddler profession. Don't care for ranches? No, I love it. I love working with alpacas. But becoming a peddler has always been a dream of mine. It's just, I'm not sure I have the talent for it. If I can help you buy the taming saddle, though, it would be proof that I can do this after all. In that case, you best get ready to be a merchant. We're almost there. We made it without a single smelly incident. I sent the alpacas back to Ikevalu's Inn, so we'll walk along the main road. Speaking of roads to travel, you're adopted by the Dawn Servant, weren't you, Third Promise? Yep. Then perhaps you understand. I was an orphan too, you see. Tobly took me in. He took in all the ranch hands, actually. All of them? Yes, and everyone works hard at their chores, grateful for the opportunity to repay the head ledger's generosity. Yet here I am, the only one wanting to go off and be a merchant. I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm telling you this. We need to keep trading things for your saddle. If you're to prepare for the feat of gold. In its mate harvesting season, they can't have too many quality hatchets, and to that, Wuklamat's way with people, we should have no trouble making a deal. That's Miplu herself over there. Pass the hatchet to Third Promise and let's get to bargaining. You have that little axe for me? Thanks, now let's see what we can get for it. You're Miplu, the owner of these fields. I have a mind to trade if you're interested. Well, well, Third Promise. I might be convinced to entertain a proposal. What do you have to offer? This hatchet, forged by a seasoned artisan, the razor edge of this acceptable tool will make light work for your crops. Quality is acceptable, I suppose. I offer you a large sack of mate leaves in exchange. A sack of mate leaves is valued at 1 pel in the thousands column, the same price as the hatchet. The steel would bring us no closer to mezcal. If I may, Mr. Smiplu, it's harvesting season, is it not? Does not the demand for a hatchet afford them a higher value? It is indeed the season, which is why I procured an ample batch of tools well in advance. We've missed the window for demand. In that case, we'll have to fall back on connections. Think of it this way, generous steel here will put you in Third Promise's good graces. Surely that's worthy of consideration. Do not wish to give offense, but I must tell you that I stand with the Second Promise. His innovations will improve every aspect of our lives, I believe, including farming, and I will no longer have need for hatchets. I assure you that I have nothing but respect for Wuklamat. That is why I'm prepared to purchase a spare hatchet at a fair price. I suppose it is a fair, given your reasons, but we ourselves would be no better off for the transaction. How about this then? If we were to help bring in your harvest, would you give us a better deal? As a matter of fact, I would! Until Koana's reforms come about, I can always use more hands in the field. Then you can go ahead and add our labor to the bargain. Added value to tip the scales. How could I have forgotten one of the most basic rules of trade? You can rest here if you like, Mablu. Medvia and I have met together. Oh no, I'm helping too! Off to the fields then. And mind you pick the healthy leaves. I'll take 5 good bundles from each of you. You know, they're very honest merchants, and that's nice to see. Honest merchants. Southwest, huh? Oh, it's right there. We can get it after getting the leaves. It's just a little jaunt over. Oh, is that a sightseeing point? Blue's Mat Garden. Dawntrail. Super long queue. Oh, lots of people joining. Okay, let's go get that ether current. Let's see, we're in this area. Ooh, there's quite a few. Just like every expansion. .37 to the east, so probably around here. Coffee grounds. Ooh! Gotta get me some of that coffee. Brought me some leaves. Yep. An acceptable harvest. Let's see how your companions fared. Here, we've brought our share. Thank you, Third Promise. This is more than enough to hold up to your end. Now it's time to honor mine. After adding the value of your labor, I'm prepared to offer you a full sack of our highest grade mat. Premium mat! Bought at the shop, one sack of leaves would cost no less than £5 in the thousands. Then we can bid farewell to this hatchet. I'll give it a good home. Talk of the contest aside, I'm glad we could come to mutually agreeable trade. As am I! All the best with the rest of your harvest. Blue, what's wrong? It's as I was saying before. Even after everything Tobley's done for me, I'm planning to abandon it all and become a merchant. But then I needed your help after forgetting a basic rule of trade. How can I expect Tobley to accept my decision? Have you mentioned your plans to leave? Not exactly. I wanted to prove I could succeed as a peddler before I declared my intentions. I seek to follow in my father's footsteps, but not because he expects it of me. I want to preserve Tural's peace, and become Dawn's servant happens to be the best way to do it. You should live a life of your own choosing, and I wouldn't be surprised if Tobli held the same opinion, so talk to him. You're right. It's better to find out for sure than worry over what he might say. Thank you for the advice. But first we have a saddle to buy. I want that success under my belt so I can be sure of my decision. What's next then? We tried to trade our tea leaves for something halfway to the 10,000 pel? I think we're close enough now. I say we go straight for the premium mezcal. Bargain our way into double the value, eh? I think you can do it. Trust me, I can make this work. I admire you, Third Promise. That you're holding your own against such strong competition for the throne is inspiring. Am I really holding my own? I mean, of course I am. I am Wuk-Lamat of the Dawn's Promise, after all. Excellent trade. That's a bunny moon now? What the heck? Before we go, let me give you the mat leaves. I don't need to risk proving Aaronville's point. Ready then? Our next stop is the Mezcal Distillery. Northeast. Okay, so it's gonna be in somewhere around here. Oh, that guy's already flying? Oh, jeez. Uh, 378 south, okay. Okay. 226. Ah, there it is. By mountain bears. Ooh. Spooky. Uh, 140 to the south, which I can't get to. Guessing, I don't know. I'll get to that actually. It's probably around Proof area. Oh, next one is northeast. Okay. It's close enough that I should just go get it. Hello, Ether Current. I am here to capture you. Seems like the main story comes this way. Ah, first combat in 3 hours. Okay. That seems to be all of it on this section of the map. Probably get up through this way. Or maybe a route over here that we didn't take. I need to tune to this, right? Yeah, okay, good. We'll want to speak with a man by the name of Gobley. Even among his fellow distillers, he's regarded as a master. He knows the value of his product, so if we're to convince him to trade for twice what the leaves are worth, we're going to need targeted information. That means asking around and taking in the gossip. If you could talk to people here in the distillery, Medvia, perhaps Wukalamat could do the same at the village. Meanwhile, I'll head to the north side and see what I can learn. Yo. Me, I'm Chef from Tulial. Come here to buy Gobley's Milka and Trell. My customers. So always brings out a jug during dealings. I can't handle this stuff. Take small sips, not wanting to be impolite, you understand, but still end up so addled to agree whatever price. Be nice to have less potent refreshments during such conversations, else I might have to seriously reconsider our arrangement. There's not much I can say about Gobley, but I can tell you what Gobley's been saying. The other day he was muttering about monsters prowling around the Gavi Jaws. That's the field where they gather ingredients for the mezcal. The presence has made it harder to procure said ingredients, and thus driven up the price of his product. A boon some might argue, but it's hard to celebrate when it affects the work as it does. Can't rightly bring joy to people if you can't keep making the thing they love. Gobley might be a deft hand at distilling, but he's got no sense when it comes to appearances. Rumor has it he's been invited to the palace for business negotiations. If he presents himself to the court using his usual rumpled attire, though, he'll be laughed out of Sunperch. So what'd you find? Oh, we can make use of all those tidbits. The deal is good as sealed. As for me, I found out where Gobley's working. There's a millstone at the top of the slope behind the distillery. You go on ahead and I'll bring Wukalamat. You have business with me. Why don't we talk down below so not to distract the alpaca from his work? I will be right back. Ah, electrical issues. What's it about? Keep it brief. I'm busy, man. We're in the market for a 3-year-old jug of premium mezcal, assuming you have any on hand. An excellent choice. I must warn you, though, it doesn't come cheap. We don't have Pell, but we can offer a stack of mat leaves in exchange. It's top-grade stuff like the mezcal. No deal. Mat leaves are well and good, but I don't have any use for them. No deal? Just like that? Still, I'd hate to send you away empty-handed. Why don't we sit and chat over a cup of mezcal? Now the real bargaining begins. Which of our cards do you want to play first? Monsters in the Fields. Okay. Palace? Okay. The last one. I appreciate your hospitality, but I'm afraid I can't hold my drink. I've heard one of your regular customers, Hobiko Chef, is the same. Seeing as not everyone can enjoy mezcal, I wonder if you might benefit from having another refreshment to offer. Something like mat tea, for instance, and brewed from the finest leaves, of course. Ah, you're right, absolutely right. I had noticed a growing reluctance on the part of my Hobbigo friend, but I did not realize I myself was to blame. I must endeavor to be a better host. Still, even with that added value in mind, no sack of leaves is worth the mezcal you're after. Should we offer to Cole? Not yet. As I expect you're aware, the right succession is currently taking place. That's why the third promise has graced us with her presence. When the contest is decided, the subsequent ascension ceremony and banquet will be a prestigious affair. If your mezcal were to be served there, it would bring your distillery immense fame. Wait, could it be that the rumored invitation to the palace is to discuss that very possibility? As a matter of fact, yes. I must admit I'm still reeling from the abruptness of it all. It'd be a great honor and opportunity if I can secure the deal. Well, I should think your exceptional mezcal would speak for itself. That said, there's no such thing as being too prepared, and first impressions last. You'll want to be wearing your very best when you walk into the Volok Shoshinshish. It would be such a shame to miss this chance of a lifetime simply for want of proper garments. That it would. Are you saying you have garments to offer? Something ideal for court? We have no garments on hand, I'm afraid, but we can provide you with the next best thing, an introduction to Weaver. His name is Bull Knock, and his works are highly regarded in Tolialgal. As a supporter of Wuk Lamet and King Observer of Palace Politics, he will doubtless be happy to guide you in the selection of an outfit to fit this golden occasion. That is certainly a tempting proposal, and one which I should like to take full advantage, but the scales still aren't quite balancing. Say, weren't there monsters running amok in the Gave Jaws? That's a problem we could easily solve. Truly, I would be most grateful for your immediate assistance. I was resigned to hiring sellswords to clear them. Factoring in that saved expense and an introduction to a trusted weaver, this is shaping up to be a sound bargain. Alright, you have a deal. Yes, I knew you'd come around. Give us a moment, Medby and I will take care of those nuisances. In the meantime, I'll use time to pen an introductory letter to Bullknock. The fields you're looking for are just north of Wachupelo. Oh, finally some fight. gator mount. Super sick. There should be agave jaws just over there. This'll go faster if we split up. Come and find me once you've finished out your share. Finally, some fighting. Ah. You know, this is a great game and all, but man, I am not suited for all this reading. I'm too weak. This was no challenge. Come on, let's head back to the distillery. All that's left is give Mablu the sack of leaves. Those monsters were no trouble for you. If I could only have those sack of leaves. Yep, here you go. Thank you for looking after our precious trading goods. Yep, yep, yep. Your monster problem has been resolved, Master Gobbly. Here are the mat leaves and Rin introduction as agreed. Then the deal's done. Here, your jug of premium mezcal, aged 3 years. Please accept it with my compliments. Yes, we finally have the mezcal. Great work, especially you, Mablu. You're the one that inspired me to come this far, third promise. But let's not celebrate until we have the saddle in hand. Mablu, is it? You drive a hard bargain, young peddler. Look forward to doing business with you in the future. Thank you, but truth be told, I'm just a ranch hand. For now, should I ever become a proper merchant, though, I'll be back to strike more deals. Good shit, man. Excellent trade. Now let's go turn this in. Even at the palace, I don't think I've held a 10,000 pel jug of anything before. My hands won't stop shaking. Here, you better hold on to this. Haha, can you imagine if we dropped it and had to start all over again? Luckily, Val's place is not far. We just need to head across the plaza. Oh god. Let's not drop it, huh? She's hot. Yep. This is it, the trade we've been looking for. Phew. Sell in one piece. Right, time to make our deal. Get your tools ready, Saddler. We've brought your precious mezcal. Wait, you actually got your hands on a jug? But you had nothing! Just a few measly clumps of wool. What we had was an inspiring trader with a gift for negotiation. A deal's a deal, bud. Although I'd sooner aid no claimant but Zoral Jaw, I cannot go against the guiding principles of the Pelu Pelu. The trade is a fair one. I'll craft your saddle, third promise. Great! Stay and wait if you like. I have all the requisite materials, so this won't take long. Your commission is ready. Catching a wild alpaca is never a simple affair, but you'll have an easier time of it with one of my saddles. Now, if you don't mind, I have other work that needs finishing. Ah, I can taste that smooth mezcal already. We did it! The saddle is ours! And to think we started out with only 100 pel basket of alpaca wool. Mablu, you're going to be an incredible merchant. Thank you! It makes me so glad to hear you say that, third promise. We got what we came for, so let's return to the ranch. The others will be waiting. Woo! We got it! You've acquired the saddle, then? Yes, and thanks in no small part to Mablu. Before you rush off to catch an alpaca, though, let me teach you how to saddle one. I'll bring out one of our wild-born friends so you can practice. I know, this is something I need to learn. Great sunken gods, I did it! He hardly seemed bothered, much less inclined to spit, as if he was completely accepting of Wuk-Lamat's touch. That's because of the singular scent which the saddle has been coated. Alpacas find it very soothing. You know, I've never taken a good, long look at one of you before, but you're actually kind of cute. You're only now noticing that? Zoral Jaw, he's back. Oh, with an alpaca. Having done exactly what he set out to do. Wow, it's glowing gold too. That's crazy. I've heard tales of such a beast. They say the golden alpaca lives a solitary existence deep in the valley, where it shuns the company of both man and its own kind. How did he manage to snare a prize like that? The beast knows its betters. Faced with overwhelming strength, it will yield rather than risk death. An apt illustration of how greatly the power of the first promise is yours, Wuk-Lamat. Strength alone won't win him our father's throne. I'll be the one to find the Golden City, and then Tural can remain at peace. An everlasting desire for peace can only be forged in the fires of war. To unite as one, the people must be taught. They must suffer the horror and hopelessness firsthand. Exhaustion from prolonged combat and conflict, the wages of war's merciless nature. These are what moved the clans to join in the founding of Tulial all those years ago. Consider the younger generation of this village. Since birth they bask in unbroken harmony, and behold, they regard war not as a tragedy, but opportunity. Thus does the resilient son seek to provide education. He offers much needed lessons in the realities of conquest and a renewed appreciation for peacetime. 'Tis true that war's misery breeds a longing for peace. But I have seen with my own eyes what becomes of an empire forged through the violence you propose, the rebellions it spawned, and the ruins it left behind. Yeah, the Garlean Empire was a congregation of simpletons. The oppressed fought back against their oppressors, as well they should. Men are not beasts. Only a fool would seek to rule over all with the threat of force alone. This is why Galujaja did not elevate the Mamulja, why he treated all clans with equal respect. However, the first promise has his gaze fixed upon more distant horizons. He would unite not only Tulial, but the star in its entirety. What? Why? I need not explain myself to you. Oh, well done indeed. The first promise has completed the feat of gold with an appropriate golden flourish. I present to you your much well-deserved keystone. He's always been like that, never sharing his innermost thoughts with me, or even with Koana. It's like we're not even family. Alright, I'm gonna call the stream there. It's way too much reading. And I feel like I'm just gonna read out the entire time. So, I appreciate you watching. I'm gonna continue playing off stream. Maybe I'll stream more of this tomorrow. Who knows? See ya!